Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Hoops Pod. Um, we got two new special guests today. Obviously, I did a show with them on Friday. If you haven't, make sure you go check it out. The link will be in the title to the channel. Welcome, lads. I gotta welcome myself, Justin, my fellow Celtics fan who I joined in Discord recently. Big up to you, man. Hope everything's well with you.
Yeah, I'm just basically enjoying the day off, the 2 days off for the Celtics, and ready to watch the Celtics documentary tonight at 9 p.m. on Max.
Right. Yeah, the Celtics documentary is on. Is that what time again? Sorry, 9 p.m.
9 p.m. East. They're gonna drop episodes every single week.
Fair enough. And we've got Unger, who is a Cavs fan. Obviously, he's the one who I went on with on Friday, his channel. So I'll leave the link in the title. Unger, how are you doing today, my friend? And introduce yourself and your channel.
Yeah. I had both of these guys on my channel on Thursday night to preview Friday's matchup. It was round 4 between the Cavaliers and the Celtics. You guys got up 25-3, and I was talking with Jesse about this last night. I'm like, okay, well, this game is over. And then Donovan Mitchell happened. Donovan Mitchell always seems to play well when he sees Celtic green, whether it's been during his time with the Utah Jazz or now with us. It's very exhilarating for us. And honestly, again, this is something I talked to Jesse about. I'm like, what more could you have asked Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to do? For God's sakes, Jason Tatum went off for 30 points in the first half. I think he ended up with 46, if I'm not mistaken.
So I watched that whole game. He ended with 46, 16 rebounds, and 9 assists.
And that's exactly what I'm saying, Justin. Jaylen Brown was no slouch either. I forget what his...
He ended with 36 points.
Okay. So they combined for 83. 83. So what more could they have done for you? What did you want Jaylen Brown to go off for 60?
But here's the thing. I also mentioned this to Jesse last night as well because I was on his Discord call as well. I said, I'm glad we had that game from Jason Tatum on Friday because if you saw the game yesterday against the Denver Nuggets, he didn't have it. He didn't have any of what he did on Friday yesterday. So you know what? The bench guys stepped up, and here's what kind of pissed me off about that game. Not that I'm mad about losing to the Cavaliers because we all knew that this was going to be a 2-2 series tie anyways. But where were these guys on Friday? That happened yesterday against the Denver Nuggets because it kind of felt like, oh, the Cavaliers are in town. Let's not wake up and play for that game. Oh, but we got the reign MVP Nikola Jokic in town. Let's wake up for that game. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, especially because if we don't get Jesse and I agree about this. I was on his Discord call, as you know, Justin. He and I both said, if we do not get Cavaliers versus Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals,
it's robbed.
Exactly. That's the exact phrasing he used. We've been robbed. And I know this was not what you intended for it to be, Ikevan. Sorry about that, but
no, that's cool. Cool.
No, this is actually what he's intended for because this is the NBA pod where we talk all NBA teams.
Yes, I know, but he just wanted this to be his introduction, and I kind of hijacked it.
Oh, no, you're good.
Please, talk about your channel, obviously, because I know you do Cavs content a lot, and I know I went on your channel to talk about the Celtics Cavs game, but
yes,
introduce yourself.
Yeah. Now that we got that little tangent and rant out, I do a lot of Cleveland Browns content as well as Cleveland Cavaliers content. A lot of video collaborations. That's how I built a majority of my audience. I do a lot of Cleveland content. I'll occasionally make videos about things going on in WWE and AEW. So maybe I'll make a video about arguably the biggest heel turn in the history of WWE. Man, that was incredible. Justin, I feel like you and I need to talk UNC North or UNC Duke because, dude, I'm just gonna. Here comes another rant. Sorry, Justin. Think about what we're getting on Saturday. Think about this for a second. You're getting Duke, North Carolina, Alabama, Auburn,
and then Celtics-Lakers.
Bingo. Like, should we just make Saturday be Rivalry Saturday? Is that what we should do?
Yeah.
I mean, Saturday, we've got a massive game on Saturday. You know, and you all know that I despise the team we're about to play against. Like, this is the one game I look to. Every time the fixture list comes out every year, this is the one game I look to. Celtics versus the Lakers. When are we playing the Lakers? Where are we playing first? Is it away in Los Angeles? Yeah. Is it going to be at TD Garden? That's the one game I look to the most. And
that is the big. No disrespect to the other teams that we play on the schedule, but every time that we get Celtics-Lakers on the schedule, that's the game that we always like to circle on the list.
Yep. Because, you know, like the Celtics-Lakers rivalry, that's what we're going to talk about anyways, but Celtics-Lakers rivalry has just been dead over the years. Like, for me, it's just been like a rivalry that's been in pretty much in the mud.
It's been pretty much dead since Kobe passed away.
Yeah. No, I hear it because I still try and hype it up for myself. Like, I still try and, get hype it up. Like, I like Celtics-Lakers games. I always love beating the Lakers. Like, do you remember that lockdown game where we lost by 1 point? That Daniel Ty Smith on the backboard. That game still hurts me till this day. Like, I
still remember that weird game in Boston. I think it was like a couple years ago. Something with LeBron happened.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what happened, Justin. Do you remember
before I continue, I just realized I had the GM of MWO Havoc on the bottom of my thing. I'm like, this is not a wrestling prediction thing.
Oh God.
That's my bad. That's my mistake. I use that for every time that I do like a wrestling prediction. But yeah, the thing that you guys are talking about is when LeBron was crying that he thought he was fouled and he was pounding the parquet floor. If I'm correct.
Yep. I think so. Justin, I'm beginning to like you more and more every time I talk to you, my friend. Except for the Celtics part. Except for the Celtics part. So, but no, it's interesting that you both are saying that, like, when you first look at the Celtics schedule, the Lakers are the team that kind of gets what I call the red pen treatment, like that game that you circle right away.
Well, yeah, it's because we only played them twice a year.
Yes.
Unless it's the finals.
Right. So during our 4-year run with Golden State, they were the team that I circled. But it's your team that usually gets the red pen treatment for me because, and this is another thing we talked about. I always believe this is a rivalry going all the way back to 2008. We've met 6 times in the playoffs, 2008, 2010, 2015, 2017, 2018, 2024. Each team has won 3 playoff series.
Don't forget 2020. Yeah, we never met in 2022, did we?
No.
Didn't meet 2022. We met in 2024. That's
yes.
2024 was 2018. We didn't meet since 2018, since that game 7.
Okay.
Yep.
Still hurts me till this day.
I was at what was then Quicken Loans Arena for the Game 7 watch party.
Yeah, you guys have renamed the arena many, many times. You guys have renamed it to Rocket Mortgage. You renamed it to Quicken Loans. What was it before that?
it started as Gund Arena, then it
Right.
became Quicken Loans Arena, then it
And
became
now Rocket Mortgage.
Actually, no. Then it became Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, and now it's just Rocket Arena.
That is okay.
I don't know what to tell you on that one. I don't know what to tell you.
Anyways, continue.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Continue.
But like I said, Golden State got that red pen treatment for me. But you guys are always one of those teams that gets the red pen treatment when it comes to the Cavs schedule. Philadelphia has gotten that red pen treatment. Atlanta and Memphis. Because I was at the game against the Grizzlies 2 years ago when Donovan Mitchell and Dylan Brooks got into that fight. I was actually at that game. So ever since then, the Grizzlies are one of the teams I despise.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, because I think Vegas and Seattle are both going to get expansion teams, a team from the West will have to move to the Eastern Conference. The most likely I think the most likely three teams would be either Memphis, Minnesota, or New Orleans. And of those three, I think Memphis. Huh?
They're the closest. I think New Orleans is like what, mid, like Central America, like right
yeah,
on
Central America, yeah.
Right on with Chicago. I think on line with like not Indiana, but just in line with Chicago. I think same timing because the central timing, but people don't really use central timing much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So but I think Memphis makes the most geographical sense.
Right.
So I don't know how you guys would feel about Memphis possibly coming to the Eastern Conference and having to see John Morant 2 or 3 or 4 times a season.
John Morant is, he's one of those players that it's annoying to face.
Yeah.
But what can you do? Like, he's coming to TD Garden like 2 times a season. I don't know if it'll actually happen like between Memphis coming to the Eastern Conference, but what I do know is that there should be more expansion teams for sure. Like there should be some teams that Seattle, does OKC go back to Seattle? I don't think so. But does Seattle get their own team? Possibly. I think Seattle will have their own team. I don't know if they'll rename it Seattle Sounders again. I don't know if they'll rename it like Seattle whatever.
Seattle Supersonics. Because the Sounders are a Major League Soccer team.
Sorry. I meant Supersonics. My bad. I didn't mean Sounders. My bad. I meant Supersonics. That's
yeah. No, I knew what you meant.
No, Supersonics is do they rename it that, or do you think they just get a new name? You think just like rebrand?
I would think they would just bring back the Sonics.
Because Minneapolis, Los Angeles Lakers moved from Minneapolis to Los Angeles, and then they have a new Minneapolis team now. So that's what I mean.
Yeah, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Who, by the way, got into a huge fight with San Antonio last night.
What happened exactly?
I heard about that.
I just know that after either a Timberwolf or a Spur made a basket, they somebody got into a huge fight with all the players, and I just know that 3 players got ejected, but Anthony Edwards was not one of them.
Right. Not fair enough. Because the game ended. The Spurs game, they beat the Grizzlies, didn't they? They beat the Grizzlies by 2 points. And that's a big win for the Spurs. Even though the Spurs are not going to do much this season, it's still a massive win, considering where the Spurs have been. And I don't think the Spurs make the playoffs though. I think the Spurs are I think it's a consolation win.
I don't think the Spurs make the playoffs this year now, especially with Victor Wembanyama out. But I think the addition that they made with De'Aaron Fox will help them in the future.
I was very excited to see that combo of De'Aaron Fox and Wemby. I think if Wemby was still there, the Spurs would have made the playoffs.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the Cavs. Obviously, like we'll talk about the Celtics-Lakers rivalry in a bit again, but let's talk about the Cavs. Obviously, I'll go to you first. Obviously, you're the Cavs fan. What do you take away from this 10-game win streak? Obviously, you guys are probably the most informed team in the league. I think this is like your third time going 10 games unbeaten this season. It's like is it actually your third time this season going
I
10 games?
believe so, because we started the season 15-0. I'll tell you what though, coming out of the All-Star break, I was concerned about this 5-game stretch because it was coming out of the All-Star break. We had at Brooklyn, home against New York on a back-to-back.
Yeah.
And then we had Memphis at home. Then we were at Orlando and then at you guys. So within there, you have a top 4 team in the West in the Memphis Grizzlies. The number 3 team in the East in the New York Knicks. A playoff rematch from last year with the Orlando Magic, and a rematch with you guys in the defending champs. So I was very nervous about this 5-game stretch.
Right.
And Brooklyn, we've had trouble with them during the season, so I was a little concerned about that game, not as much as New York, Memphis, Orlando, and Boston, but to a certain degree. And we blew out the Knicks, blew out the Magic. It was a tough, grinded out game against Memphis, but we were victorious there. And well, you guys know what happened in Boston.
Yep.
I don't need to go into detail about that. And then, yesterday Donovan Mitchell sits out due to rest, and we ended up having to go to overtime against the Portland Trailblazers, who we were like 12-point favorites against. So,
which again, I don't mean to sound like a broken record on this, but Portland was on a back-to-back. Cleveland was their first stop, and then they had to go to Philadelphia the same night, and now they're playing Philadelphia again tonight before they come to Boston tomorrow.
So what I'm wondering, and my concern is, like, are we like so Donovan Mitchell dependent that we're not the same team with when he is out? It would be like, I'm trying to think of a Celtics equivalent. If Jason Tatum sat out a game against, say, the Charlotte Hornets, and you ended up going into overtime with them, is that a fair comparison, would you say?
I'll say this, though. I did say this to you on Friday, and I'll say this to you again. You do not need Donovan Mitchell to make the playoffs because you have a very talented squad. But you do need Donovan Mitchell to make it through the playoffs, and that's where I've always stood by, because Donovan Mitchell just elevates the Cavs. Like, Cavs have always been a good team, but Donovan Mitchell, just adding Donovan Mitchell to your team, it's just like this brought you from like a process team to maybe like a championship contender. Like, real talk. Last year, I thought the Cavs were very underperformed. I thought the Cavs underperformed last year. I thought you guys, with Dave Bickerstaff, look, I think he's done some good things with the Cavs. I thought he's rebuilt the team in a very, very good way. And he left to Kenny Atkinson, who's now done wonders with his team. But let's be real. I think the best record in the league, it says a lot about the Cavs this season. It says a lot about what you guys have done. It says a lot about what team you guys have built. Because obviously now you brought in DeAndre Hunter, who's a solid player, who played very well against Boston. Donovan Mitchell, once again, dropping another very good performance. You guys were 13 down to the Blazers last night. You guys have the fight. That's one thing about the Cavs team. They have a lot of grit. They have a lot of grit and grind. Like, you guys can be down by 20, 24, get back into the game. You see? that Cavs team right there is not going to give up. And in the playoffs, they're going to be an absolute menace. Like people say it's a purple patch. I moved away from that. I moved away from that opinion. I've moved away from that opinion. I don't think it's a purple patch anymore. I no longer think that's a purple patch. I think this is actually a Cleveland Cavaliers team that's ready to win. You guys know what I mean by purple patch, right?
Yeah.
You guys know that like they're not like a team that turns up once in every while. That's not the case. This is like a serious Cleveland Cavaliers team now that's ready to go up and fight.
I will say this, however, and I do agree.
Go on.
I do agree with what you're saying, and I also agree with what Unger's saying. If Jason Tatum was sitting out against either Charlotte or a worse team like Washington or like a Trailblazers team, and we had to go into overtime with them, then yeah, I would be concerned. But I don't think Donovan Mitchell is a Cavs dependent team like Akevin said. The Cavs have like Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, DeAndre Hunter, Max Strus. I know I'm missing players off that team, but you get the point what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah.
Like yes, they went to overtime, but they also had DeAndre Hunter and Max Strus help them get into overtime against the Portland Trailblazers, because if they didn't have that performance, the Cavaliers would have lost that game to the Portland Trailblazers.
Facts.
Yes.
I didn't watch the game, but I can tell by the way you guys were down 13. When I checked at one point, I was like, these Cavs are down 13. They're gonna come back. I just had it in my head like this Cavs team is not too.
We shouldn't have been down 13 to begin with.
No, and I told you this last night, Unger. You guys should have blown out Portland, but I also told you that if you guys get the number 1 seed in a couple of weeks or so, if you guys get the number 1 seed, which you will, you need to rush your star players and get them ready for the playoffs. Because if you don't have your star players for the playoffs, 100%. you ain't going far in the playoffs.
Yeah, we do have a tough stretch to close out the season, because we do. I think it's Indiana, New York on a back-to-back, and then Indiana again.
Yeah.
Which that's a tough stretch. I know the Knicks are a distant third-place team, but still, that's still going to be a tough matchup.
And you guys also have Detroit one more time.
Yes, which. That's on the second night of, I believe that's on the second night of a back-to-back, if I'm not mistaken, after playing.
Let me have a look for you guys.
San Antonio.
Which game are we talking about? The
Detroit Pistons game.
The Detroit Pistons game, Indiana Pacers game.
So
you play Chicago.
Yep, we got Chicago and Miami. That's a back-to-back.
Yep.
And then yep, that is a back-to-back. We got San Antonio at home on Thursday the 27th. Then we have
you play the Bucks after the Bucks.
Yeah.
So after the what do you call the Heat game? Sorry, the Heat game. Which game is that?
Hornets.
The Hornets game. You play the Bucks on the road.
Yeah.
Then you
Brooklyn.
fly. Then you fly home to play Brooklyn. Then you're off to
Memphis.
Home
Home against Orlando. And then we start our Western road trip at the Clippers, at the Kings, at the Suns, at the Jazz, at the Trailblazers. Come home to play San Antonio. Go right back out on the road to play at Detroit. That's a back-to-back.
Yep.
And then we close out the month with the Clippers.
Yep.
And then for April, we've got the Knicks at home, at San Antonio, home against Sacramento, home against Chicago, at Indiana, at New York. That's a back-to-back. And then
you got quite a few back.
I know.
So
last year we had a lot.
Oh, we really had a lot, yeah. So here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm getting at, Unger. If you guys clinch the number 1 seed before you get to that Detroit Pistons game, or after that Detroit Pistons game, rest your stars. Don't rest all of them, but rest most of your top stars like a Mitchell or a Garland.
Yeah, it just depends though, because like I don't know if I want to rest Garland and Mitchell for like the home game against New York.
Oh
Um,
no. I'm just basically saying like the final 2 games in the season, I would rest them to get them ready for the playoffs. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
so you're saying for the New York game, for the last New York game, and then Indiana.
Pretty much,
If
yeah,
you want,
because you guys will have nothing to play for anyways after that.
unless you want to clinch the first seed in like the whole NBA. That's what I
Right.
mean. Like,
Yeah.
say you make the finals against OKC, you want home court first, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what we did last year. We clinched the whole like playoffs like before anyone did. Like we were the first team to 50 wins. We were the first team to 60.
We were basically
We dominated the whole regular.
We were basically the first team to do everything.
Last year,
Yeah, we've basically stolen that script.
Yeah.
we're the first team to make the finals as well last year, I think.
Yeah, because we swept Indiana 4-0.
And then we had to wait for Dallas because they lost they lost the game. They could have
Yeah.
swept Timberwolves, but then they went to Timberwolves and did it. They could have sealed the score, they didn't. But yeah, no, we ain't playing Dallas this year.
But if you guys clinch like home field advantage throughout the whole entire playoffs, and you guys are playing the Indiana Pacers on that last game, rest your starters.
Yeah, that's something I can agree with, because you'll need to avoid injuries. Last year, I understand Mitchell was injured for a bit of the Celtics series, but at the same time, he played majority of the games. Like this,
And Jared Allen was injured for that for that Celtics series.
And we had Kristaps Porzingis out for that whole entire Cavaliers series.
Yeah,
pretty much. So you gotta look into context. But this is where I think Cleveland need to finally like get their act together, actually like properly get everyone fit. Like this year, last year you got a core. What is it? How many players you got out last year? Didn't you have Jarrett Allen out as well last year for a bit?
They had Jared Allen, Donovan Mitchell, I think Okoro.
Right. So
something.
all three of
something.
Fingers
Like
crossed, all three stay fit this year for you guys. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm gonna go on.
Okoro, he gets on my nerves because, oh boy, he's not gonna get on my nerves as much now, but until we got DeAndre Hunter, I kept asking Isaac Okoro, okay, your defense is improved, but the fact that you can't score 10 points a game, that's frustrating.
Yeah. And I think the reason why you guys got DeAndre Hunter is to compete with us, which I can understand because I've told Akovin this, I've told the chat, I've told the Discord chat this. Every time we go on the road, every time we go on this long road trip and we come home, we always sometimes tend to lose.
Yeah,
like
it's bad habit this year.
Like
very,
we're good on the road, but we're so bad at home. But that's so weird because last year we were good at home and on the road. Like what's going on here?
I would much rather say we were amazing at home last year and we were okay on the road. This year we're not that good at home.
No, we went undefeated. You're right. We went undefeated at home last year until the Denver Nuggets came to town.
And then the Clippers and the shorthanded Lakers. And guess what? We lost 3 home games in a row. And then we had to beat Dallas Mavericks at home, and then we beat the Golden State Warriors, which unfortunately, like, look, that Lakers game still hurts me till this day. I understand it's irrelevant now because we won the championship, but that game still hurts me, man. I really want to beat the Lakers this weekend. You guys know
LeBron, you better not sit out Saturday. I swear to God, you better not sit out Saturday.
No, because they might have Hachimura. Hachimura is going to be out for this game, and Reeves might be out for this game as well.
Yeah, Reeves is going to be out for like a week, according to what I'm hearing.
So he'll make it for the Celtics game, you think?
No, I think he'll be back next week.
What about Rui Hachimura? They said he'll be reevaluated in a week, so I think he'll miss the Celtics game as well. I think
he'll miss both him and Reeves will miss the Celtics game, but I know Luka is playing, and I know LeBron as of right now is playing because their last game before they come to Boston is Thursday night against the New York Knicks at home.
Yep. And both teams are not playing back-to-backs. We're playing 2 days after.
Actually, I'm looking at ESPN. Rui Hachimura is expected to be back for that Celtics game. Austin Reeves is expected to be back for that Celtics game.
Okay. So if they are expected to be back, then I know Drew Holiday is going to be out with a broken finger, but I like I told Jesse last night, we need Drew Holiday just to rest up for the playoffs anyway, so we don't need Drew. Here's what I'm thinking. If Reeves and Hachimura do play, we need Hauser, we need Horford, we need Brown, Tatum, White. We need all of our guys and Porzingis. We need all of our guys not to do what we did against the Cavs.
Yeah.
They said didn't they say that Hachimura and Austin Reeves will be reevaluated in a week?
In a week, yeah. Which was last week, so I'm guessing they're being reevaluated this week.
Yeah, it says on
they'll be reevaluated Celtics game, I think. They'll be reevaluated again, I think, after the next game. So we'll see the report by the Celtics game. I think it'll be a game time decision, I think, by the manager.
Yeah, it says for Reeves, his estimated return date is the 4th. And then for Rui, his estimated return date is the Celtics game on the 8th.
Are you reading it on the ESPN Fantasy app?
No, the regular ESPN app.
Right. Because I don't see Hachimura.
By the way, Holiday and Porzingis are both listed as game time decisions.
No, I
I
don't expect Drew Holiday to play because, like I said, he has a broken finger and they ruled him out as of right now out indefinitely.
Yeah. But I see Porzingis playing because
Porzingis is definitely going to play because he's not going to miss a chance to play against the Lakers.
No, he was ill, so I don't see a reason why he misses this game.
No.
I think he plays this game. I think we're gonna need him, bro. I don't think he plays against Philly or Portland. I think he rests for both those games.
Yeah.
I mean, with Philly, you don't have Embiid to worry about.
No, because he's out for the season.
Oh God, the Philadelphia 76ers are an absolute dumpster fire. Holy
bro.
So here's a question for both of you guys. The Portland and Philadelphia game is a home back-to-back for the Celtics. Which game do you see Horford playing, and which game do you not see Horford playing?
Do you know which game I think he should play? The Blazers game, because that Blazers game is a massive game. I don't think people know, but the Blazers are on really good form right now. They're in their last, I say 12, 13 games, I think they've got majority of their wins. I think they've got minority losses. I think they've got 3 losses, 3 or 4
losses. Yeah, 3 to 4 losses, and Robert Williams is not expected to play on this road trip, so we're not going to see Robert Williams.
But that's still you gotta give credit to the Blazers. If they're gonna make a late playoff push or a late play-in push, this is a good run. But
yeah, they'd have to jump over Phoenix and Dallas to get into the play-in tournament.
Them jumping over Phoenix, I can't see, but them jumping over Dallas, I can see, because Anthony Davis, ever since he got to Dallas, has only played 1 game, and then he's been injured for the rest. So, yeah.
But let's move. Any more thoughts on the Cavs, Unger, or you want to move on?
No, but we can go right to Celtics-Lakers because the Lakers have jumped all the way up to the number 2 seed in the West.
To be fair with you, they were 5th though for quite some time.
They were 5th, yes, and then oh my God,
bro, I don't understand how, but how does Denver have more wins than them and are not second?
It's because the Lakers have 1 fewer loss. The Lakers
have less, but it doesn't make sense because the Nuggets have 1 more.
Actually, yeah, because the Lakers are 38-21.
Yeah,
the Nuggets are 39-22.
Exactly.
I'm going to
say because they have more wins.
Check their head-to-head schedule. Check their head-to-heads this year. I wonder if that makes any difference.
I actually looked at it. the Lakers, when the Nuggets beat the Lakers beat the Lakers by more than what the Lakers beat the Nuggets. So that's I think it favors the Nuggets in head to head because it's more it's a bigger points gap. So I think it's more Denver.
The series is tied right now 1-1. They have 2 more meetings. Next one is March 14th in Denver, and then March 19th in LA.
Okay.
Right.
But actually, I'm going to be in Oklahoma City for a top 4 Western Conference battle as Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies take on SGA and the OKC Thunder. I am going to be in OKC for that matchup.
I can already tell. I can already tell where that's going to go. Sorry, Ja, but I don't see Ja beating the number 1 seed in the Western Conference.
It is going to be
Hey, you never know, man. You never know.
Dude.
The Timberwolves beat them.
It is going to be true. A hell of a matchup, though. I could see that being a second round matchup, actually, in the West.
It very well could be. It very well could be.
As of right now, Memphis would play Houston in the first round. Yes, please, and thank you. Man.
But yeah, getting to this Celtics-Lakers rivalry, I'm so glad this is on Saturday night. I'm so glad this is a Saturday night showcase on ABC.
Yes.
It's early anyways on Saturday night. It's an early game. But
for you, yes.
Yeah, for you.
For me, I gotta wake up for that game. It's not gonna be easy to wake up, but it is what it is.
It's an 8:30 game for us, which Justin, that works out perfectly because
you know what's really about the Celtics Nuggets game? Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Do you know I'm a United fan. I'm a Manchester United fan, right? And the United game happened. And the game went to extra time, and I was like, "Oh my god, bro, just end the game." The Celtics game started. I'm like, "Please, just win the game." And then we lost on penalties. I'm like, "Nah, bro, you can't be serious." And I quickly changed into my Celtics gear and started watching the game. Like, at least the Celtics resurrected me because I hadn't even finished that game. I hadn't even finished.
Before we continue with the Celtics-Lakers rivalry, can I mention who won the Players of the Week for this week?
Go on.
It's for the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, it's New York Knicks point guard Jalen Brunson.
What?
I know that it should have been a Cav. I don't know what I really don't.
It should have been.
It should have been Donovan. Yeah, it really should have. For the Western Conference, it's Zach LaVine of the Sacramento Kings.
I don't know. Really? Zach LaVine on the Sacramento Kings? Really?
To me, it should have been either SGA or hell, Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets or something. I don't know.
Nah, I would say Jokic. I think last week he lost to the Lakers, didn't he? Last week.
Yeah.
He got clamped. I don't know. Probably it's hard to say really. I mean, maybe Ja Morant. I didn't watch much of the Grizzlies. I didn't really watch much of the I watch more Celtics games, so it's hard.
I watch more Celtics games, but I keep an eye on what's going on with the whole entire league and all that.
Yeah. But Justin, that the fact that Lakers Celtics is at works out perfectly because you got Alabama Auburn. That game's at 2:30 on Saturday. Then you have Duke North Carolina at 6:30. So then you can just go right from Duke North Carolina to Celtics Lakers and you're set.
Yeah. So I will say this, however, that I like these nationally televised games. But then there is sometimes where I don't like the nationally televised games, and Celtics Nation probably knows why, and that's because of our Doris Burke.
What's wrong with Doris Burke?
Akovin, you're muted, by the way.
Yeah, you're muted. Akovin.
So
Al
So
Horford, years old.
my beef with Doris Burke is she never says anything positive about the Celtics every time she's on national
She did say
televised.
something about Tatum though recently, and I
Okay,
kind of
recently, but I'm talking about last year.
yeah. She I think she's a Philly fan. I'll
She's a
be real.
Philadelphia 76ers fan calling a Boston Celtics playoff game.
NBA Finals
Oh,
game.
and the finals game. Oh, and the one thing that got Bree pissed off last night about Doris Burke is
Yeah.
I think so. I didn't know who was on the call ID. She called Al Horford 111 years old.
That's what I just said. She called Al Horford 111 years old. I'm like, I didn't even listen to that part. I'm like, when did it happen? Like, was it like the first quarter, like second quarter? Because
I think it was the third quarter.
I didn't even pay attention because I was just like so invested into the game. I was just like, I didn't even pay attention to the commentary. I was like, yeah, I
But
can give a shit.
this is why I choose Grandy and Max on 98.5 over listen to the nationally televised because
To be fair though, Mike Breen is just too good to not listen to.
Mike Breen I listen to, yes, if he doesn't have Doris Burke with them.
Do you know what it is? I'm so biased when it comes to NBC Sports Boston or other things. But whenever the Celtics play the Knicks, right? Sometimes I just open MSG because
Yeah.
I'm like Mike commentating. I just can't avoid Mike Breen, bro. He's the GOAT, bro. He is so hard to avoid Mike Breen. You know.
Trust me, I wish I could get MSG for Celtics games here, but where I'm locally, it blacks out. So
NBC Sports Boston, isn't it?
yeah.
I did hear Mike Tirico is going to call a game.
Yeah, Mike Tirico's calling tonight's Portland Trailblazers Philadelphia 76ers game on NBC Sports Philadelphia, and he's calling Celtics and Blazers on NBC Sports Boston on Wednesday night. And that kind of brought up the question from Akoven in the Discord chat, which I'll explain right now. What does that mean for NBC Sports Boston going forward when NBC takes over the NBA? So I think Amazon is taking over TNT. I think ESPN and NBC are still going to do the nationally televised games, but the regional broadcasts like NBC Sports Boston and NBC Sports Philadelphia is not going anywhere. I think they're just like testing Mike Tirico out so that way fans can hear how he does before the NBA takes over NBC.
Damn. NBC, all in one. NBC all in one. Like, why do they need extra NBC when you've got NBC Sports Boston, NBC Sports California, NBC Sports Philadelphia, NBC Sports Chicago even? And I'm like, nah, there's no point, man. Just bring in Amazon.
No, I agree with that. I really do, but
I don't know well,
like that was part of the reason why I hated the All-Star game this year was because,
bro,
dude,
it's sad, man. They were moving TNT, Kenny, Chuck, that show. Even though I don't watch it, I see some of the videos, highlights going on. I'm like, yeah, these are gonna be missed, man. At least ESPN, you know what they should do? Offer them a platform.
They are. They're bringing Inside the NBA to ESPN.
But
she really?
Yes, but that's part of the reason why I hated All-Star Weekend was because they acted like the guys from TNT, Shaq, Kenny, Chuck, Ernie, they made it seem like they were on their deathbeds. I was like, what is this? Like, it was ridiculous.
The 4-team All-Star as well really, really pissed me off, man. Like, I didn't even watch it, you know. I was like, I just saw a couple of Jason Tatum buckets, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm done. I just saw highlights, and I'm like, okay, that's it. But enough. Just see
Jaylen Brown was on the sideline saying, "Get these guys the fuck out of here."
Like, it was so stupid. And then you go and watch Four Nations, and you're like, well, at least I have this where the guys actually care. Do I think the NBA could do something like that? No, because no. Even if you did USA versus World, I don't think that would work at this point.
They should, I think they should move All-Star break to a city or a nation where they hardly see the NBA. For example, Tampa Bay. Tampa does not see the NBA. They're all Heat fans. They don't see the NBA in their city. Cincinnati doesn't see the NBA in their city. Seattle no longer sees the NBA in their city. What else? Maybe Vancouver in Canada. Maybe even Mexico City. Cities like this. Maybe even Hawaii, for example. They need to move it out to like cities where where there's reach. Basketball. There's a lot of fans all over the world. There's a lot of fans in many, many cities. They need to bring the NBA into cities where there's good reach. And I think the cities that I've listed, the places I've listed, surely will definitely bring a good market for the NBA. If that's what you understand what I mean.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll move on to the Celtics-Lakers rivalry now. But people, make sure you guys liking the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I left Unger's link in the title, so make sure you guys check his channel. I'm sure. How many subs are you on, Unger? I'll make sure.
671.
Let's get into 675 people. Every milestone, we're there. But let's move on to the Celtics-Lakers rivalry. Obviously, the game's happening this weekend, and trust me, I love nothing more than to beat the Lakers. And obviously, what happened last time, something I want to forget. But at TD Garden, bro, in Boston, you always want to protect your home floor. And winning at home is always the best feeling. When you beat the Lakers at home, in front of your crowd, it's always the best feeling. In front of the Celtics sea of green, the sea of green of Celtics fans with Tatum on the back of the shirt. You always want to see Tatum masterclass. You always want to see Celtics turning up in this game. You want to see a good game. You want to see Celtics beat the Lakers. Justin, I want to go to you. Obviously, over the years, we've hardly seen a proper rivalry between these two. But now, do you think the rivalry can be restored? Do you think Celtics-Lakers can meet in the finals? Do you think there's a chance that it could be a finals matchup? Do you think the rivalry can be restored?
I don't think it's going to be a finals matchup this year, unfortunately. I think that's locked down with either. I think that's the Thunder's spot to lose to come out of the West. But as far as the Lakers go, next season I can definitely see the Lakers making the NBA Finals. I really can. The only way I can see this rivalry being restored is and I have no disrespect towards LeBron, I really don't, but
No. Understand.
He needs to retire after this season and just give the Lakers franchise over to the young players like Luka and Reeves and even his son Bronny or something.
Still have Luka. How? It doesn't make sense, bro. You're so funny. Yeah, I saw a post today. All right, let me read this to you. Right, like this is so fucked up. This is actually so fucked up. Let me just read this to you. Look. The Lakers, right, have just traded their future away in the space of a year or more than a year. Luka Doncic in the Lakers uniform. Jalen Brunson in the Knicks uniform. Can you remind me who this guy is? The guy in the Philly jersey? What's his name again?
Wait, can you show that again?
The guy in the Philly jersey.
Shoot, I don't remember who. Isn't that Paul George?
No, not Paul George. Some player in the Clippers jersey. And Kristaps Porzingis in the Celtics jersey. Look at all the players Nico Harrison has just traded. This single-handedly ruined the franchise in the space of a year. And you know, I'll sum it up for all you Dallas Mavericks fans, anyone who's watching. Yeah, Nico Harrison and your ownership has just turned you from NBA Finals contenders to playoff pretenders. I've just summed it up perfectly for you. Like it must hurt being a Dallas fan, and trust me, I wouldn't.
I think I know who that guy in the Clippers jersey was. That was Derek Jones Jr.
Right, and then Norman Powell as well.
Norman Powell, I believe, yeah.
Wow. So there you go. All the players that the Dallas Mavericks have traded in the space of a year and a half have all gone on to put up big numbers, and the only player that's there right now is Luka Doncic, and he moved. In that jersey, he was the last person to move. And then Derrick Jones Jr. obviously also moved. Yeah. But guess what? I have a gut feeling that Nico Harrison's going to trade away Kyrie Irving this offseason. I just see it, bro. It's going to happen.
If that happens, Anthony Davis is going to be gone too.
Same with Klay Thompson.
He's going to be gone too. Well, Klay Thompson, to be fair, he's on his last contract now, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think Klay Thompson retires after this year too, because Klay Thompson has nothing else to prove. He's got 4 championships, all with the Golden State Warriors.
Maybe he goes back to the Warriors on a minimum salary, like for
I would say he signs a 1-day contract and then retires.
Fair enough with the Warriors. Obviously,
that's what Paul Pierce did with us. He signed a 1-day contract and then he retired with us.
So just to get the retirement ceremony, right?
Yep.
Fair enough. But yeah, Celtics-Lakers. Over the years, what's been your most favorite Celtics-Lakers matchup?
Oh, this one's easy for me. I think it was Game 4, 2008 NBA Finals when you had that crazy comeback.
24 points down. Yep, that's the largest back in the NBA Finals history.
Yep.
Yep.
Still stands.
Yep. I wish that series had gone the full 7, because that was a great series. But man, that game, I know. Yep, I know it hurt you losing that Game 7 in 2010 against the Lakers. Sorry to bring up old memories. But
it's not the Lakers, it's the referees. I can still picture that Pau Gasol is still traveling the world right now. I can still see him traveling the world, but he's still
I am happy for Kobe. I am happy for Kobe though, because like I said, that's the only Laker I respect on the Lakers is Kobe. Bro, that's the only guy. That's the only person.
As much as I despise the Lakers and they're my most hated team of all time, that 2020 NBA championship was just hard to not bet against the Lakers because of Kobe Bryant's passing. Like they had to win it for Kobe, and I was like, do you know what? I mean, I hold my hands up, and be like, fine, it's okay.
To me, my most favorite Lakers Celtics memory, it's same finals in 2008, but Paul Pierce injuring his ankle had to be wheel carried off, and then he came back like,
and we still won.
My God, and
bro, the Lakers against people talk about
Kobe was like, what the hell do we need to do to keep this guy down?
Bro,
did Paul Pierce later admit that he just really had to use the bathroom? And
yes.
He left on a wheelchair.
But the TD going when he came back, it went nuclear, like nuclear.
And man came out running onto the court, and then the whole crowd was like cheering. But like Celtics and Lakers fans be like, "What? How the fuck did this guy come back?"
Yeah, Doc Rivers was like, "Paul, you good? Yeah, put me in, coach."
Yeah, I just really had to take a shit.
Damn.
Yo, that's hilarious. And then guess what? Any Lakers fan that wants to bring up modern day championships, just remind them that we're 9-3 against them in NBA Finals history, so it's okay. Half of our championships were against them. So if they want to call themselves plumbers and plumber days, remind them that they're the plumbers that we beat in the 1980s.
I will say that Lakers Celtics did start with Bird versus Johnson, and then it ended. Russell versus Magic or something.
Yeah, no, Russell versus Jerry West, I think.
Okay, yeah. And then it pretty much died when Kobe left.
Elgin Baylor too, and you had John Havlicek, Kevin McHale. You know, proper old school rivalry. If any of you guys checked it out, Disney Hotstar has Celtics-Lakers Best of Enemies documentary. It has like 3 episodes. Go check it out. It's class. I watched it. Yeah. Celtics dominated the Lakers. Like that. That's why I love it, because we dominated the Lakers.
But this is why I'm saying, like, if LeBron James can just retire and give the franchise to the young guys, I think this rivalry will pick right back up. This year, it's not a rivalry to me anymore, unless because right now the rivalry to me is Cavs and Celtics.
It was Heat and Celtics, wasn't it? It was
It was Heat and Celtics, yes, in the playoffs because we had to face LeBron James and then Jimmy Butler.
Butler.
But now that Jimmy Butler's packed his bags and gone to join the ageless Stephon Curry.
We could have had a Celtics-Lakers NBA Finals in 2020, but in the bubble, bro. If Jason Tatum hit one, bro.
We could have. We really could have.
Yeah.
But
we really could have. It was that game one, bro, that we lost. It's that game one that's still like.
But honestly, I know with the whole entire Kobe pass, and I know we couldn't bet on the Lakers, but I didn't want to win the bubble championship anyways.
I didn't mind. I would have taken it. I would have taken the bubble championship, bro. We deserved to win that year. I can't lie. It was actually a very, very good year by the Celtics. Jason Tatum was only starting to pick up, and it was one of those years where like Kemba Walker came. You know, we just let Kyrie Irving go. You know, it's been one of those championships. It's been one of those runs where like, you know what, had the Celtics stopped the Lakers from equaling the NBA championship total, that'd have been good win, Unger.
Yeah. Hey, the fact that the Lakers raised a banner for the in-season tournament, Kobe would have never allowed that.
Kobe would have gone to what's his face, Rob Pelinka and slapped him on the face, bro, for raising that banner, bro. I swear down. Them man be like they're raising the in-season tournament bubble. I'm like, what the fuck is that, bro? In-season tournament.
The Milwaukee Bucks, dude.
Yeah, sorry, Unger, go ahead.
The Bucks even raised one for winning it this year. If the Cavs were to ever win it, okay, I guess I'd be fine with them raising a banner because we only have one championship. But
yeah,
my guess though is, as Celtics fans, if the Celtics were to ever win it, you would not want them to raise.
No, we wouldn't.
No, here's my thing. I want the in-season tournament gone.
But do you know what I want? I'll say this though: if we beat the Lakers in the final, right, we will raise the banner just to tell them how shameless we are. Just to tell them, well, we've beaten them in 10 finals now. 10 finals that we've beaten them now, so they can hold that. But no, as I was saying, right, like the in-season tournament for me, the NBA Cup is not what they call it. The Emirates NBA Cup is not what they call it. I would much rather they lessen the NBA games, regular season games. I think it's getting too boring. I think instead of having four games against your conference rivals or conference matchups, make it 3. Make it 3 every game, and make it 2 matchups for the Western Conference games or the Eastern Conference teams, like opposition conference. Lessen it to like maybe like 72 games, if you know what I mean, or 72 games. How many games is that? If you're gonna minus 15 games, let's say, wait, no, I'm minus 15. Sorry,
minus 10 games.
That would minus 10 games, wouldn't it? Because you played.
Yeah, because it's 82 game season now, but if we minus 10 games, it would be 72.
I would lessen it down to maybe 64 games. Try and lessen it down to maybe 64 games, and don't need to do this like, you know, if you haven't played a team, like, you know, like, because we should have played Indiana, because we've only played Indiana 3 times, but we played Washington 5 times, and we played Detroit 4 times, 5 times now with the season. 3 times, 4 times already. I understand the Detroit game, but I don't understand the Washington Wizards game. We've gone to Washington 3 times this season, by the way. Already been 3 times, and it's not even like. That's why I don't get. We should have played the Pacers.
But if we shortened it down to 62, wouldn't that be the same as the 2020 bubble though?
So, I do know that like next year, you're going to be coming to Cleveland twice. And we'll be coming to Boston once. And then, yeah, that's how it works. because last year we played you guys twice in Boston and once here in Cleveland. So that's why this year it's a 4-game regular season series. And then next season it'll go back to a 3-game regular season series. And then
next year against the Buffs we played them 4 times.
Yes. Which means you're playing them 3 times this season.
Right, which we already played the Bucks 3 times this season, and we won all 3 of the games.
So then you're done with the Bucks unless you meet them in the playoffs, which the only way that would happen.
We play the Knicks one more time.
Yes.
Yeah, one more time, yes, and that's in April.
We've got New York 2 more times, both in April. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I know you play your division opponents 4 times. You play the other Eastern Conference teams either 3 times or 4 times. And then with the West, it's twice. Once on the road, once in your building.
Right.
It feels weird that we haven't played the Kings. We haven't played the Spurs. We haven't played the Clippers. I think those are the last 3 Western Conference teams we have.
If I'm completely honest, when you guys do play the Kings and the Spurs, if you guys lose to those teams, I'm just gonna say this right now. That's gonna be that has to be one of the most embarrassing losses that the Cavs would ever take, because I'm just speaking out of experience, because when I went to the Celtics and Canes on January 10th, I went into that game thinking like, okay, we're gonna beat this Canes team because they don't have De'Aaron Fox. Nope, I was wrong.
Celtics in recent years, like you know, they play down the competition every single time, bro. And it's been a really bad habit under Joe Mazzulla, because I'm not saying Ime Udoka is any better or anything like that of what he did, but we never used to play this under Ime Udoka, and that's one thing I think Joe should learn and pick up from, because like you cannot constantly play down the competition. We lost to the Lakers last year without their 2 of their best players, and that's really embarrassing, bro. I know they shot very well, and I know it's hard to fault that, but come on, like surely you should have done better than that. You can't be losing to short-handed teams like this, man. Against Orlando as well this year, they lost. They had 3 of their best players out. That's even worse. 3 of their best players out. They had
Paolo. They had Franz Wagner. They have Jalen Suggs out indefinitely.
Mo Wagner's out for the rest of the season with an ACL. They have Franz back, and now they've got Paolo back.
Right, and now they have Jalen Suggs out for indefinitely, which could possibly end this season.
I think the Magic will be back next year. I think they'll definitely be back next year. They've been unlucky this year. I can't lie, but let's move on to the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah,
they've been on some good form recently. They've been on a good run of form lately.
Yeah, it's funny because they have our former head coach who we fired last year, JB Bickerstaff. He's good for like that young team, like giving them a resurgence, but he's not that coach that's going to get you to the next level. I think that's why we let Bickerstaff go, because, you know. So I'm very happy for Detroit. The Pistons feel like one of those teams that, when they're good, the NBA is better. Like, it just feels like they're one of those teams. I would say it's them, the Bulls. I would say the group of teams that I would put in that, like, when they're good, the NBA is better category or group, whatever you want to call it. And feel free to disagree with me. I would say I would put the Pistons in there. I would put the Spurs. I would put, obviously, you guys. Lakers. Bulls. I think I might have said the Bulls already. and I guess you could say the Knicks. So it's like those 6 teams. Did I leave anybody out?
Milwaukee? Did you say Milwaukee?
No. I don't know if I would put the Bucks in that, like, the NBA is better if they're good category. I'm not sure if I would put.
No, because they've got an iconic player in Damian Lillard. Yes, he's not won a championship, but if you go and look at what Dame's done, right, for in the NBA, Giannis, they've got some good players. Like the Bucks have two good players, and obviously, but
I'm just talking about more historically, not just like.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The Bucks have had Kareem though. The Bucks have had Kareem. They've had Oscar Robertson. They've had some good players in the past. They've actually had.
But
I think I left out the Lakers.
But despite but minus 2021, the Bucks haven't won a championship in over 50 years. If you minus the 2021 championship. So, but on Detroit side, look, they went from a team last year that was dead in the water to now a team that's like, we're not taking this anymore. We're gonna kick your ass, and we felt that firsthand on last Wednesday night. So, and granted, I know we came from Canada to Detroit, but I always say this: if we're on a back-to-back and we're traveling, Akevin, you know this, I always mark it up as a scheduled loss.
Which game?
Anytime that we go on a traveling back-to-back. So, for instance, for example, we were in Los Angeles for the Clippers and the Lakers game, and we had to go to overtime with the Clippers. I scheduled the Lakers game as a loss. Unfortunately, I did.
The Lakers game this year, on the road though.
Yeah.
Usually I'm always very confident on the road against the Lakers or in any game against the Lakers, but it's just like I don't know, man. I don't like playing back to back against the Clippers and then playing back to back Lakers. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. So that's why coming out of the Toronto game, I said like, yeah, I'm gonna schedule this as a loss too in Detroit because.
But if it was last year, we would have beaten the Lakers because last year we beat the Sacramento Kings and we beat the Clippers back to back and we smashed them both as well. We destroyed them both on both games. The only team we lost to on that Western Conference road trip was the Warriors. Yeah, that was a shit loss, man. We completely choked that game so bad. We were up 18.
But we did blow them up by 50 on Jason Tatum's birthday last year.
Fair. And he dropped
which by the way, if anybody's watching, happy birthday, Tatum.
Still 19. He's still 19, bro.
Yes. 19. I was in that building for the 50-point blowout against the Warriors. I was like, yay, we won. But I wanted to see a full Stephen Curry game.
Ay.
Nah, that's funny. Let's go around the rest of the league. Obviously, we've spoken about the Cavs. We've spoken about the Lakers, Celtics. Celtics-Lakers. We've spoken about the. Have we spoken about OKC? You guys want
we have not talked about OKC yet.
Let's talk about OKC.
Okay.
Anyone want to go first? OKC.
I'll go first on. I'll go first on this one. Look, I've been saying this ever since the season has started. I think OKC would dominate the Western Conference.
Right.
And look at them now. They're dominating the Western Conference, but they're not dominating the NBA as of like the Cavaliers are.
They're only one off, to be fair. They only won a game off, or one loss off, one win off.
Yeah. I still think it's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder coming out of the West, unless, and I say this without a broken record, unless something horrible happens to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in the playoffs.
Unless SGA, but then they didn't have Chet Holmgren. Don't forget, they didn't have Chet Holmgren. They had who's the other player that's really performed this year for them?
Williams.
Yeah, Williams.
Williams, yeah. What's his first name again?
Jalen.
Jalen Williams. Thank you. Yeah, Jalen Williams. Yeah, obviously we went to OKC. I know it didn't end well for us. That first half was very, very good, but the second half we just didn't play well. We could have had one of the best wins of the year had we won at OKC. That could be one of the best wins all year, like by any means.
Yeah. You know? Unfortunately, I did not see us going 4-0 on that road trip. That when we went to OKC, because I knew one game was going to have to be a loss anyways, and it turned out to be Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
But I'll take a 3-1 road trip over a 1-3 road trip.
Of course, because there was one road trip back when Ime Udoka joined. We lost to the Clippers. We lost to the we lost to the Lakers. We lost to who else?
Warriors, I think.
No, we beat the Warriors. It was later that year. We lost to was it the Spurs or the Jazz?
It might have been the Jazz.
It might have been the Jazz. And then we beat the Portland Trailblazers of all teams. So
yeah,
we lost to the Jazz. We always play Portland and Jazz back to back. We always play Portland and Jazz next to each other. So yeah.
Now this year on our next Western Conference trip, we got Portland and Sacramento back to back.
Yeah,
that's a weird one.
Portland and Sacramento back to back.
Yeah, I can read you off our West Coast trip for a second. Yeah, I'll go on the Celtics app for a second here.
Yeah, no worries, all good. I can bring it up for you actually. I have it on my phone.
I got it right here. So our West Coast trip is going to be Utah on the 21st. Then we got Portland the 23rd and Sacramento the 24th, and then we go to. Oh, okay. Okay. And then we got Phoenix the 26th, the Spurs the 29th, and Memphis the 31st to end off the West Coast trip.
Right.
That is a weird road trip that you do. Portland, Sacramento, Phoenix.
Bro, I'd argue this road trip that's coming up right here is the toughest road trip we've had since because that road we went to in what was it, in January? We beat the Timberwolves, we beat the Houston Rockets, we beat the what was it again? Beat Timberwolves, Rockets, and then beat Dallas, and unfortunately lost to OKC.
Yeah.
This road trip right here that you read out is the toughest road trip of all, in my opinion.
It is because we're gonna see Portland on Wednesday, so that's gonna be the first game of the regular season. We're gonna see Utah next Monday, so that's gonna be the first game of the regular season. We already saw Sacramento, that was a loss. We already saw San Antonio, that was a win for us. We already saw Memphis, that was a loss for us on our home court. We haven't seen Phoenix yet, so we're gonna be seeing Phoenix on that road trip to begin the regular season series.
We've not seen Utah. We've not seen
Portland.
We've not seen
Phoenix.
That's
it. We haven't seen. Yeah, so we haven't seen Utah, Portland, or Phoenix. Those three Western Conference teams we have not seen.
We've not seen the.
Until yesterday, we had not yet seen Portland either. Like I said, we still haven't seen Sacramento, the Clippers, or San Antonio. I think those are the only three Western Conference teams we have left that we have not played. I think we played every Eastern Conference team at least 3 times now.
At least 3 times, except for Boston. You played us 4 times.
Yes, there are other teams in the East we've played 4 times. New York is one of them. I'm trying to remember. Atlanta, we might have played 4 times this season. I think Atlanta.
I think so. Yeah.
And I think we played Charlotte 4 times.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing. We won't be seeing Charlotte again until April. This is a weird schedule. I'm telling you, this is a weird schedule because at the beginning of the season we saw Charlotte twice in Charlotte. Now we don't see Charlotte again until it's like the end of April. It's like the end of the regular season in Boston. Like this is a weird schedule that Adam Silver's put us on.
Yeah, we got Toronto 4 times. We got Charlotte 4 times. Philadelphia 3 times. We got Atlanta, I think 4 times. No, 3. 3 times. Twice in Atlanta. Or twice here in Cleveland, once in Atlanta. Let's see, with Miami. 3 times with Miami. Twice in Miami. Once in Cleveland. And then with Brooklyn, I think it's 4 times.
Okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn's 4 times for us.
Can I ask you guys a question, if you don't mind me?
Of course.
So we already know that we want to see Cleveland and Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes.
Yeah. What about the Western Conference Finals?
OKC Denver is what I called. I've called it since the start. I think if either one of OKC doesn't make the conference finals, I'll be very shocked. Has to be one of those two, in my opinion, to make the conference finals. If it's a dark horse, I think for me, you know what a dark horse is, right? Like someone that's
right. Somebody that sneaks up on you.
Yeah, like an outsider.
Yeah.
Probably Memphis.
So either OKC and Denver or OKC and Memphis.
OKC, Denver, Lakers, and then Memphis. That's what I think.
I would go.
Denver is my conference finals prediction. Sorry, I'm going to go on.
Well, it can't be OKC Houston because that would be a second round series. Although I would love
be a good router. I can't lie. Very, very good second round.
I would love to see it in the conference finals, though. If Houston were to somehow get up to the 3 line, I'd love to see OKC Houston in the conference finals. I think it would be such a good matchup.
Just imagine, we all saw. Just imagine Dallas versus Lakers, Western Conference Finals.
There's
1 second to go. Anthony Davis hits the game winner above the Lakers to send the Dallas Mavericks to the finals.
That'll be funny, but I don't think that's gonna happen. No.
Oh man, if that happens,
there's a chance we could get that matchup in the first round.
But I did say earlier though, Nico Harrison has turned the Dallas Mavericks from finals contenders to playoff pretenders, and I stand by that.
To me, I think the Western Conference Finals. I agree with you, Kevin. I want to see SGA versus Jokic. I do.
Yeah, that would be interesting, and I think Nuggets make the finals.
You think Nuggets make the finals?
I said the Nuggets are going to come out of the West this year.
I just don't know if the Nuggets have enough around Jokic. That's their problem.
No, I think they do. It's just about whether they can.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, but aside from Jamal Murray, do they have enough?
Yes, MPJ is a very, very good shooter. MPJ is very, very good. Who was that guy that was hitting a couple 3-point shots late in the fourth quarter over us again? I forgot his name.
Christian Braun.
Yeah, Christian Braun.
No, there's another one. There was another one.
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon was out.
Russell Westbrook.
No, he was the bench player. He was a bench player.
Peyton Watson.
Yeah, that guy. Peyton Watson was out.
No,
okay, you know what? Hold on. Hey Siri, what's the Denver Nuggets roster?
Okay, this is the roster for the Nuggets.
Straffer. Strawford, Jordan, Pickett, Sarge.
Sorry,
It's either Sarge or Strawford.
Strawford, I think, that was hitting late shots against us in the fourth. I think it was him.
Let's see.
I'm just gonna look it up.
I think it was him. I'm familiar with the name, I think. But regardless, like one of those players that was hitting shots against us in the fourth, they've got some good players off the bench. MPJ is a quality shooter. If you give it, he can catch and shoot very, very fast, right? You got Aaron Gordon.
Jalen Pickett.
Jalen Pickett.
The Pickett, okay, fair enough. And then you got Aaron Gordon, right? Who's a solid defensive player, who I rate massively, right? You've also got obviously Jokic, Murray. There's so many good players. You know, the Nuggets have good players, and they made it to the finals, so they have pedigree. And Christian Brown, also a very, very good 3-point shooter. You know, it's tough to get past Denver, in my opinion. I think if Denver can step up in the defense, that's where they stop SGA. Because we've seen it in the past before. We've seen it in the past before, but it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know about this year though. I just think Denver still have a good chance to make the finals. What do you guys think?
I don't disagree with that. I'm only saying Oklahoma City Thunder because I like I said, this is their conference to lose.
I don't even have a crap Lamborghini, so I don't know what this guy is saying.
This guy's a troll. Don't worry.
That guy's a troll. So
nah, don't worry.
Okay.
Nah, don't worry, Unger. Just go on, bro. Let's continue what you're saying.
I just don't know if I trust Denver's supporting cast.
Right.
Because they don't have the same bench depth that they had during that 2023 championship run that they had. I just don't know if I trust the Nuggets. But the problem with the Thunder is, do they have enough playoff experience? I'm not sure about that either. Because, like, I'm saying, like I said, my problem with Denver is I don't know if I trust their supporting cast.
Right.
Like, and then my issue with OKC is that I don't think they have enough playoff experience. Like, I think, you know, part of the reason why you guys were able to win the championship last year is because you went through, you know, you made it all the way to the finals in 2022 and experienced what that was like. You made it to the conference finals in 2023. You went to the conference finals in 20. What was that? 20.
So 20, we've been to the conference finals in 2017, 2018, 2017, 2018, 20, 22, 23, and 24.
But that's so Justin, you just made my point for me in that, like, you guys had a lot of experience under your belt. Like, go back to even 2018 and 2017 when you played us in the conference finals. Like, you had Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum on those teams. So, like, you know, you've had years to really build it up. Now, I know, like, you know, between going all the way back to 2017 to where you are now, you have a lot has changed on your roster. Like, now you have
massive things have changed. Massive things.
Right, but my point, I think my point still works in that, like, you guys got a lot of playoff experience, so you were ready for the moment last year.
Yeah, we were.
That's and to get back to OKC, I'm not sure they've been through enough in terms of playoffs to where I can truly say, yes, they're ready to meet the moment.
Not since Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden left Oklahoma City. No, I don't think so.
This is arguably the second most talented squad they've had in a long time. Obviously, you got the big names: James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Paul George.
Yep.
Who's the other one?
Carmelo Anthony.
Kevin Durant. But
Yeah.
no, at the same time, like, just go look at SGA where he's performing. Go look at Jalen Williams. Go look at Chet Holmgren. The Thunder have one of the best records in the league. Albeit they should have at least tried to win the championship in 2011. Was it 11? Was it? Yeah, it was 11, wasn't it? Or 12?
2011 against the
Miami Heat.
No.
They lost in the finals, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, it was the Miami Heat. It was the Miami Heat. Yeah, LeBron James, Miami Heat. Yeah, it was. There was nobody else at the time. It was definitely LeBron James and the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't really see, like, it's hard to get past. It's hard to look past OKC. No, it was definitely the Heat, because the Heat beat the Magic. Never won NBA Finals. They lost to the Lakers in 2009. But other than that, they've not been to the finals ever since.
Yeah,
but
it was definitely the Miami Heat in 2012, because that was their second of 4 straight trips to the NBA Finals. Because they went in 2011. They faced Dallas. 2012, they played OKC. In 2013 and 2014, they played San Antonio.
So LeBron James made the finals 4 years running with the Miami Heat, lost 2-1-2.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he won in 2011 and 2000. No, I'm sorry.
He lost in 2011.
Yes. He lost in 2011 and 2014. And then he won in 2012 and 2013.
But yeah.
And then of course he went back to Cleveland and won one of the 3 championships that they faced the Warriors in.
4, actually, because we did 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. All Cavs Warriors.
Yeah.
We should have won that 2015 championship, but your Celtics are partially responsible for that, because Kelly Olynyk ripped Kevin Love's shoulder out of its socket.
Sorry.
Jerk. And then Kyrie Irving broke his knee in the finals. So LeBron. Yes.
But to be fair, when the Warriors were trying to repeat in 2019, in 2019, Klay Thompson went down with a serious injury too.
And so did Kevin Durant, which allowed the Raptors to win that championship. Speaking of which, you said that the NBA has never been in Tampa. That's actually not true. In 2020, the Raptors had to play their games in Tampa Bay because
No. I'm talking about, like, in terms of fan, like there's no reach in terms of, there's no Tampa Bay team. You know what I'm saying? There's no Tampa Bay team.
I see.
So bring the All-Stars to Tampa Bay. Bring the like, maybe Vancouver. Go back to what it was back in the day. Maybe go to Mexico City. Maybe even go to Hawaii, for example. Like, go to, like, global destinations, like, where you can get tourists. This is
Alaska.
No, it was during the COVID time. That's why they had to play there. It was because they had to play. Remember the bubble time? Remember the bubble?
The Raptors had to play their home games at the Tampa Bay Lightning's arena in Tampa Bay. I remember that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, try and bring the NBA, or try and play some games in new destinations. Where it can bring tourism. Because that's where, like, the ratings for me are down. Like, you're just playing in your cities. And look at how expensive the tickets are. Bro, does any of you know Brie Marie D, right? You know Brie Marie D, right? Have you seen her story? Bro, have you seen the ticket prices for the Celtics-Lakers game? Matt, $41,000. Are you for fucking real?
This is what.
Nah.
No, that can't be.
Nah, that's way too expensive, man. That's way like whoever can afford that, like fair play. Whoever can afford that, like fair play to you. But nah, 41K is hella expensive, bro.
Unless it's a sweep.
How much were they though? Celtics against Bulls. Like how much were they? Like what? 10K? 15K?
Something like that. Yeah.
15 grand? Like, bro, especially if you're trying to sit bros back.
He's probably talking about when it was like when the Bulls had like Jordan and
Jordan, Pippen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand.
And the Celtics had like Bird and McHale and those guys.
But now the Lakers have James and Doncic.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the ticket prices.
I think that's the main reason why the tickets are expensive for Celtics and Lakers.
So like, Celtics Lakers is always expensive. It's the biggest rivalry in the NBA. Like it's always.
I don't know if it's the biggest rivalry in the NBA.
It is. It always is.
Wait. Historically, I would say it is. Right now, I wouldn't say it's the biggest.
Who would you say is the biggest rivalry right now, if you had to?
Right, in terms of right now, I feel like it has to be Celtics-Cavs. And I'm not.
I don't know.
I'm talking about
probably like.
I'm just talking about right
this
now.
Season.
Yeah,
I'm talking about overall. Like overall, it has to be.
Oh, historically, I would agree with you. It's Celtics-Lakers, but I'm talking about in the last 2 or 3 years. Call it. I would say
100%.
Cavs Celtics.
Luka gonna have new shoes. Yeah. Well, let's see. But you guys are okay to continue for like another half an hour? Is that okay? You can do it for another half an hour. Yeah.
That should be fine.
Yeah. Justin, you okay to do it for another half an hour?
Looks like he left for a little bit.
Yeah, I think he'll be back.
Oh, there he is.
I'm sorry, did I miss a question or?
Sorry?
Did I miss a question or?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, are you okay to do it for another half an hour or a bit more? You're okay to stream for another half an hour?
I'm actually gonna be having dinner pretty soon, so I might have to hop off soon, if that's okay.
Another 20 minutes is okay with you?
20 minutes is good with me, yes.
Okay, sure. We're just gonna quickly predict. We're gonna quickly talk about other teams, and we're gonna quickly predict every single fixture in the week. Okay, is that okay? Is that okay with you guys?
Okay.
I think the Grizzlies had the most. I think Grizzlies and the Lakers had the most interesting beats this season overall. Celtics Lakers. Yeah. Maybe Grizzlies Lakers have interesting beats. Obviously, you know the history. Actually, no. Py. Houston Lakers. Dylan Brooks tax. You all know Dylan Brooks in the 2023 playoffs. What the shit that he came out with LeBron James. We all know. We all know what he came out with, bro. Man never should have said anything. You know, I just turned, bro. That just fired LeBron up like anything. Those comments that he made fired LeBron up like anything, bro. And he put up like historic numbers. Yeah, he is, bro. Man dropped fucking 36 points against the Celtics, bro. Man, how he technically 10 threes? He hit like 10 threes on us, bro. That day, fucking hell, bro. Houston scraped by with the win, man. Man, I thought we went up 13. I was like, yeah, that's game, bro. We're gonna win, man. Typical Celtics fashion, we blow the game away. But yeah. Let's quickly wait for Justin. Yeah, they did us bad, bro. Trust me, it pained. It sucked, bro. Like that was the start when the Celtics started to coming back. Like that was the game where the Celtics started to come back and started to hit form again after that. But we went on the road and then everything got better. But yeah, we're gonna wait for Justin whenever you're done with your phone call, if that's okay.
Oh, I can multitask, so I can do what you guys are doing. I can multitask here.
Any more teams you want to talk about? Any special mentions to any teams you want to talk about? Unger, you think?
I actually have one.
Go on.
They're currently outside the Eastern Conference play-in tournament, but
it's okay.
but I think they could make their way in and be dangerous. The Toronto Raptors, actually.
I don't see it, bro. And unfortunately, I don't see it this season because looking at the Raptors, bro. Let's see the schedule right. The Raptors are 19-42, right?
I know the
They're,
Raptors
they're
would have to
5 games. They're completely 5 games behind the 10th seed, and the Sixers have a better chance because, bro, look at the Sixers. They're like 21-38. The Bulls are 24-37. Sorry, 21-38. Bulls are 24-37. Brooklyn have a chance. Brooklyn
Yeah.
Brooklyn are just about there. Brooklyn are Philly are one loss away from being level with Brooklyn in the 11th seed, in 11th and 12th seed. They can catch Chicago. Brooklyn are the ones who can catch Chicago. I don't see Philly. I don't see Raptors, and neither do Charlotte and Washington. Those teams
Washington and Charlotte are for sure done.
They were finished since the start of the year. They were finished since the start of the season. I'll be real. They were.
But in terms of the Raptors, yeah, it would be a steep hill to climb because they'd have to jump over Brooklyn, Philadelphia, and Chicago. Would. So it's definitely a long shot, but I'm not counting out the Raptors though. I can't do it. I really like some of the pieces the Raptors have. I really like Scotty Barnes. They've got Ojai Abaji. They've got I'm trying to remember some of the other guys. They've got Grady Dick. They've got RJ Barrett. They traded for Brandon Ingram. They got Emmanuel Quickly. So again, it's a long shot, but I think there's a chance the Raptors could put it together. And
I don't see it this year though. I mean, next year, like people have mentioned, they have Ingram now. I don't see the Raptors making the playoffs this year.
Oh, I'm not saying they make it all the way up to the 6th seed, but I'm not just going to dismiss them from putting it together and jumping Philadelphia and Brooklyn and possibly Chicago. I think there's a chance the Raptors could do it. I really do.
I don't see it this year, unfortunately, but next year they definitely can. Next year, if they build around Ingram, they can get a good draft pick. Because they are within the lottery. They are within the lottery area, so I definitely think that they can get a good pick next year. Let's and any other teams. Obviously, we mentioned Denver. We mentioned Milwaukee. Pacers have a good shot. The Detroit Pistons have a good shot. Do you know what it is? It's so tight between the 4th place, 4th seed, 5th seed, and 6th seed. Milwaukee, Indiana, and Detroit. They're all on the same wins, but Detroit have 2 less wins. They have two more losses than the Indiana and the Bucks. Right now, the record stands. Both Bucks and Indiana have 34 wins and 25 losses, but the Detroit Pistons have 34 wins and 27 losses. Therefore, that's where I think it might decide the different places. It all depends on whether they can catch up. Like if Detroit can catch up, if Detroit does catch up, right, and they do beat Pacers and they can beat Bucks, right, you're looking at Detroit in the 4th seed potential.
Yes.
And who would have thought? Like this year, we all thought Detroit were not making the playoffs. Hell, I didn't even put them in my top 8. I don't think anybody did.
Yeah.
In my top 8, no, I don't. No, the Pistons are tough. When they play against them, they're tough. Especially on the glass, they're always crashing the glass. But I never expected the Pistons to be this good. I'll be real, like, nah, I didn't expect them to be this good, man. I'll be real. Did not expect them at all.
So Detroit right now is only a game behind Milwaukee or Indiana.
2 games. 2 games behind. Two games. Because obviously, like I said, the Bucks and the Pacers have both the same amount of wins to us,
Right.
right?
Right,
And
but
Detroit has
according to the
2 less off.
according to the ESPN app, Milwaukee and Indiana are both 15 and a half behind us, and Detroit's 16 and a half
The only
back.
thing the Detroit has is that they have two more losses than the Bucks and the Pacers. That's the only disadvantage.
Honestly, I could see Detroit taking out New York in the first round. I really could.
Yeah.
Which would be good for you because you'd play the Pistons in the second round. I don't love the idea of facing the Pacers or the Bucks in the second round.
Yeah.
As a Cavs fan, no thank you to both of them. Because Indiana has been a pain in our neck the last couple seasons. And obviously
they've been a pain in the ass of the Bucks as well. They had
yes.
the Bucks now.
But in terms of the Bucks, I don't want to face Giannis and Dame over the course of a 7-game series. No, thank you.
I think you'd win in 6. I can't lie. I think you'd win in 6.
I could see that series going the full 7, honestly.
Nah, I see you guys winning in 6. The Bucks, for me, they're really inconsistent. That's the problem. And in the playoffs, do I trust Dame and Giannis? Maybe, but the only thing is, I only see them winning 2 games. I don't see them winning those games on the road. I see you guys stealing one on the road and you guys winning all your home games.
Yeah, I still would rather not play the Bucks in the second round. If Detroit can get up to that 4 line and they advance, I'd take that matchup in the second round because I think we'd take the Pistons down in 5. Honestly, I do.
Nah, I hear it. Pistons in 5. You guys beat Pistons in 5. I hear it. But let's move on to weekly predictions. Obviously, last week. Before I move on though, I'm gonna quickly talk about the Celtics last week. The Celtics last week for me, look, I have not been. I don't have many complaints about the Celtics last week. We lost to the Cavs. Unfortunately, we fell short at the end. Didn't clutch up. The Pistons were the square on the day. Beat the Raptors. The Knicks was on Sunday. We beat the Knicks last. I already reviewed that one. The Raptors we beat. We beat them by 10. Lost to the Pistons. Lost to the Cavs. Beat the Nuggets. The Nuggets game, we clutched up very, very well. And you know what? The Nuggets had, we were up big, and the Nuggets just came back. And another game, once again, where I say, Joe Mazzulla, bro, you need to manage your timeouts better, man. This is way too close for comfort. Bro, there's been many games this season where Joe Mazzulla, right, has not bothered calling a timeout, and we've allowed teams to get back into the game. I'm not against Joe Mazzulla, right? But against the Cavs, the guy had 4 timeouts. Could have used 1. Wouldn't have hurt us. Could have used 1 last night. Wouldn't have hurt us. We went into the fourth quarter with 5 timeouts, and 1 got taken away because obviously the fourth quarter ruled the timeout thing, right? So, yeah, all I have to say is that manage your timeouts better and manage your rotations better because Sam Hauser cannot be playing constant fourth quarter, deep into fourth quarter minutes. It's going to cost us because he doesn't play much defense. Luke Kornet played all right defense last night. Horford was my player of the game last night. Like, if I had to give a player of the game, Horford, he won us that game. He was class. He was complete. If anyone wants to say anything about Al Horford, yeah, say what you like. Al Horford is a menace. I love Al Horford. And yes, I know he's had some deficiencies at times. Obviously, his age plays into a factor, but if this is his last year, thank you so fucking much for everything. This is just like, bro, I just can't. I love Al Horford, man. Really, real talk. Just gotta give credit. Al Horford, man. Give credit where it's due. But yeah, no much to talk about the Celtics. Obviously, you reviewed the Cavs. I reviewed the Celtics. We review our teams every single week. Let's preview our teams, actually. So, Celtics have the Blazers, Sixers, and the Lakers. Let me have a look at the Lakers game. Oh, that's on Monday night. That's Monday. Okay.
Lakers is Saturday night.
Yeah. So we've got 3 games this week. We've got a back-to-back against the Blazers, the Sixers, and we got to play against the Lakers 2 days later.
We've got
let's go through the Cavs predictions first. Obviously, I'll go through the Cavs predictions with you first.
We've got Bulls, Miami back to back, and then we've got Charlotte and Milwaukee.
So for the rest of this week, for this whole entire week, so this is like what, week 18, week 19 now?
Something like that.
So week 19, yeah. All right. I'm going to go with Cavs to beat the Bulls. Unger, what are you saying?
It's been Chicago's one of those pesky teams that's given us trouble this season, but we should win that game, even though it's on the road in Chicago.
Justin?
Yeah, I got Cleveland over Chicago. I can't pick Chicago for the rest of the season, honestly.
Cavs Heat?
Cavs 100%.
I hate that it's Miami the second night of a back-to-back. I hate it.
I don't think you should worry too much about back-to-backs. I think Cavs have got it.
Miami is just even without Jimmy Butler, they are just such a pain in the ass to play.
And I understand they are.
Yeah, we had to play them on the second night of a back-to-back last season after playing that like ridiculously tough in-season tournament game in Philadelphia, and we got crushed by the Heat the next night at home. So, maybe I shouldn't be, but I'm nervous about this game on Wednesday against Miami because it's the second night of a back-to-back. I think Tuesday's game in Chicago is going to be tough. So I'm nervous about this game against Miami. I really am. But I think we'll pull it out. But I'm nervous. I'm very scared. I'm actually scared about this back-to-back and just in general because we could face either of these teams in the first round of the playoffs. And I don't know who I would rather play. I guess Chicago, but they're a division foe. So is that necessarily the better matchup? I'm not sure.
By the way, just to point out, when I'm reading the fixtures, right, I'm reading the home team first, then the away team. Yeah, just to point out, because when I'm reading it, it's like this. You see, like it's Bulls, Cavs, and then Cavs, Heat. It's like that. So if you don't mind, I'm just gonna read it out like that. Yeah. So we're all Cavs, right, for the Heat game, and then the Hornets game. I just think Cavs win. Cavs win that one as well.
Yeah. And then at Milwaukee.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna say this. I think Cavs go 4-0 this week, unless injuries happen.
I don't know because this is either I can't remember. We're 3-0 against the Bucks so far, but the last time we played them in Milwaukee, it took a Donovan Mitchell game-winning shot to beat them.
I'm gonna give a prediction. Yeah.
I
Bucks
believe
101, Cavs 114. I'm gonna go with the Cavs win.
that game actually got moved to ESPN between the Cavs and the Bucks on Sunday. It wasn't originally
Rightly so. I mean, bro, Cavs Bucks non-national television. That's a bullshit.
Our game against Miami on Wednesday is also on ESPN. But yeah, I'm trying to remember the last.
Back in the Cavs to win all games, all games, or
yeah. But last time we played them in Milwaukee, it literally came down to, the last time we played them in Milwaukee, it was 114 to 113.
Right.
Uh,
But yeah, let's move on to score predictions. Not score predictions. Let's move on to quick predictions and we'll wrap it up. Yeah. So Celtics Blazers. I'm backing the Celtics to win that one.
yep.
Yep, me too.
Celtics Sixers. Also
Oh,
backing that one.
Celtics.
And the big one, Celtics versus Lakers. Celtics. I'm backing the Celtics to win again.
I
Wait.
got the Celtics win against the Lakers, but it's not going to be it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be like 118 to 116 Celtics. I think it's going to be a 2-point victory.
I don't mind it as long as the Celtics come out with a win.
I mean, I'm just looking something up super quick before I make my prediction.
No worries.
Okay. I was going to say, if you have Lakers and then the Thunder, I might have been tempted to pick the Lakers because you might be caught looking ahead to OKC, but you actually have Utah in between the Lakers and the Thunder game. So because of that, I'm going to pick the Celtics to beat the Lakers. But if it wasn't Lakers, Jazz, Thunder, if it was just Lakers and then Thunder, I would have picked the Lakers.
I think we'd be more fired up, for Celtics, for Lakers, Thunder. Because you know why? The players would be like, these two tough games. They know the players are gonna step up. They want to step up.
Yes.
I think more fired up. So
yeah. So I'll tell you what. I do think you guys beat the Jazz, but that could be a trap game for you. That it could be. I
think the road game's a trap game. The one at home, I don't think so.
The only reason I'm saying that home game for you is a trap game is because it's right between the Lakers and the Thunder. Like that's why I'm saying it's a trap game. Utah, they're not that good. I get that. But that's another reason why I would say it's a trap game is because like you got a not very good team right between your biggest rival and the top team in the West. Like it matters.
So yeah, so you think Celtics will beat the Blazers and Sixers?
Yeah. It could be tough playing the Sixers on the second night of a back-to-back, though.
Possibly.
I know.
That game still hurts me, man, because I wanted to win that Christmas game. Because we're 18 and 22 on Christmas Day, I think now, or 17 and 22. I don't remember. 17.
I'll tell you this,
because we could have cut the deficit, man. We could have been almost level on Christmas Day. Now it's not.
I'll tell you this: if it's not CAVS Celtics on Christmas next year, we riot.
Right, I would love that. I can't lie. I would love that.
It's got to be CAVS Celtics
or Celtics Lakers at TD Garden. I'm all for it because we've only played the Lakers at in Los Angeles, so I want the Celtics to play at TD Garden.
Dude, we've only played Christmas. As far as I can remember, the Cavs have only had one home game on Christmas. And it was against Golden State the year after we won the championship. So if we get you guys at home on Christmas next season, sign me up.
Fair enough. But you're saying Celtics win all 3 games this week? Both teams go unbeaten? All right. Let's move on to the rest of the league predictions. Obviously, so Charlotte Warriors today. I'm going to go Warriors to win. Sixers Blazers. I'm gonna go with Blazers. I think Blazers will win on the road. I think Blazers are in good form.
I'll go with Philly.
Heat Wizards. I'll go
Miami.
with the Heat. Yeah, Heat. It's gotta be the Heat. Justin, you saying Heat as well?
Yeah, I got Blazers over Sixers.
And Heat Wizards?
I got Heat.
Grizzlies Hawks. I'll go with Grizzlies.
I got Grizzlies.
That's gonna be a good game, actually.
It might be.
Is it in Atlanta or Memphis?
Nah, I always read the home team first, then I read the away team. So
Okay, so it's in Memphis.
it's in Memphis. Yeah, it's Memphis.
Okay, so Grizzlies then.
Grizzlies. OKC Houston. Now this one's a good game. Now
God.
now we have a matchup. Now
I wish this game was on ESPN or something.
Is it on national television? Are they fucking kidding me?
I don't think so.
No way. This game should be on national television, bro. This is what fucking.
I don't think it's on NBA TV.
Bro, Houston on the 5th seed. That's not that bad.
Yeah. It's on NBA TV. Whatever. Oh God. I have no idea with this game. I really don't, because I'm not. I know the Rockets have fallen off a little bit, but they're so good.
I know it's lazy to say OKC, but Houston have been good, man. I'll go with OKC. Why not?
I'm gonna go with Houston on the road. I think they're really good. I love Jalen Green and Amen Thompson, Alperen Şengün. They're putting it together in Houston. Fred VanVleet. They're going to be dangerous.
Very good players.
Playoff time.
Dallas versus Sacramento. I'm gonna go with the Sacramento Kings win on the road.
I would go with the Kings because the Mavericks are a mess right now.
Jazz Pistons.
Ooh. I'm actually gonna go with Utah because
same.
I got Pistons win this game 100%. I don't see the Jazz beating the Pistons.
Utah, historically, I don't know what it is, but it is hard to go into Utah and win. The Cavs have had a hard time going in there.
Why are the Utah Jazz this bad? They've got Walker Kessler, they've got Lauri Markkanen, they've got John Collins. Why are they this bad?
I don't know. And they've got Hardy. He's a former assistant
coach. Former assistant coach to Joe.
I thought the Jazz would be much better this season.
Nah, 15-45 is hella that's a sack, bro. That's a sackable offense.
Yes, especially when you got Colin Sexton, who's been very good for them.
Bro, Will Hardy should be sacked at the end of the season, man. This is embarrassing. I can't lie. This is actually embarrassing. He should be sacked. What do you think? He should be sacked, bro. This is terrible. With the team that he's managing, Lauri Markkanen is a very good player, you know.
Yeah.
But to be fair, you maybe the Jazz might have a good draft pick, so you never know. You could build around them.
Maybe.
So they might be a good team next season. But I'm gonna go with Utah to win. I'm gonna go with the shock Utah win.
Yeah, I'm going with Utah.
Tomorrow we got the Indiana Pacers versus Houston Rockets. I'm gonna go Pacers.
Because Houston's playing on the second night of a back-to-back, I gotta go Indiana.
I went for OKC first game, and I'm still going with Indiana second game back-to-back. What are you saying, Justin?
So I'm gonna agree with Unger. I got Pacers for tomorrow game.
Yeah, I went Pacers as well. Magic Raptors.
Magic.
Raptors.
Ooh. Hawks Bucks.
Bucks.
Bucks on the road. I agree. Bucks.
Yeah. Hawks are playing on the second night of a back-to-back after playing John Morant. Now you got Giannis coming to town. Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's tough.
I also got Timberwolves over Sixers because Sixers are coming off a back-to-back as well.
Ooh, this one's gonna be a good game, you know. Knicks Warriors might be a good
Warriors.
game. I'm gonna go with Knicks home win.
Oh, the Warriors have been.
Actually, I don't know. Actually, hold on. Let me think.
Jeff always puts on a show when he's in.
Yeah, he does. Warriors. Actually, I'm going Warriors win. I agree, Justin. I'm going to go with the Warriors.
I'm going to go with the Knicks. I think Jalen Brunson matches him.
We already predicted Bulls Cavs, so we're going to move on. Timberwolves Sixers. I'm going to go Timberwolves. Timberwolves win.
Yeah, Timberwolves.
Spurs Brooklyn. Just about Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn needed more than Spurs. I think Spurs are out.
Yeah. What's the TNT game tomorrow anyway?
Not so sure. Suns Clippers. Suns win. I think Suns need it. The Suns, bro. I told you about the Suns schedule? Remember, I told you guys about the Suns schedule on Friday. Bro, they are fucked. The Suns schedule is fucked.
The TNT game tomorrow is Warriors Knicks, and then and then the other TNT game is Clippers Suns. Oh
yeah, they were announcing something on that day. It was Timberwolves Sixers, right?
I don't know.
But I'm gonna go with Suns to win against Clippers. What are you guys saying? Suns?
This game is like two ugly girls fighting each other. Honestly.
By the way, what did you guys say for Spurs Brooklyn? I went for Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah. I like even without Wemby, I still like San Antonio.
What are you saying, Justin? Brooklyn?
No disrespect, Unger, but I got Brooklyn. Unless De'Aaron Fox has a good game, I still got Brooklyn.
Lakers Pelicans.
Lakers.
Yeah.
The Pelicans are a joke.
Yeah, I got Lakers.
Fuck it. Pelicans win. Don't care. I'm doing it. Pelicans win on the road. Fuck the Lakers, man. Nah, I think the Lakers win, to be honest. Lakers win that one.
Oh, God. Okay, Wednesday, March 8th. We got OKC at Memphis. Holy crap.
Yep, we're going to predict that game in a bit. So we already went for Celtics against Blazers. Hornets, Timberwolves.
Timberwolves
win. Timberwolves win for you, Justin. Cavs Heat. Sorry, we already went for that one. Sorry, my bad. We predicted that one. Sorry. Wizards Jazz. This was a mid-off, but I'm gonna go to Jazz.
I'll go with the Wizards. Just why? Because I don't know why.
This one's gonna be a good game. Bucks Mavs.
Bucks.
When is Anthony Davis back? Apparently, they say he's gonna be back like this week, next week. I think Anthony Davis.
I don't know.
Didn't they say he's gonna be back like what? This in like a week or so, like a week and a half, I think.
I'm not sure.
I'll go with Bucks. Bucks win. What are you guys saying?
I guess I'll go with the Bucks.
Justin, what are you saying?
I agree with you, Akevin. I can't pick the Mavs.
Did you go for Jazz over Wizards, or did you go for Wizards?
I went Jazz over Wizards. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Bucks to win. So you guys Bucks as well.
I do, yeah.
I'm going with you, Bucks. Yeah.
Yeah, Bucks.
Nuggets Kings. Good game. This one.
I got Nuggets.
Yeah, Denver.
Nuggets. Yeah. Now this brings us to the Grizzlies Thunder game.
Yes. I'm going to be seeing this game in OKC, so I can't wait. Man.
It's in Memphis. This game's in Memphis.
I know. I'm just saying I'm going to be seeing this game, but in OKC.
Right.
But, man, SGA against John Morant, that is must-see TV. Good God. I really don't know because I don't know. I really don't. I think this is a pick 'em.
I'm gonna go with Memphis to win. I see Memphis winning this game. I really do. What you guys saying?
I think I gotta go with OKC.
You say Memphis as well, Justin? Clippers, Pistons. Oh, Pistons winning in LA again for the second time this season. Is happening. Pistons are winning in LA for the second time. We all saw what they did against the Lakers. So they're gonna beat the Clippers. What are you guys saying? Clippers? Hey, Pistons. Sorry.
I'm gonna go with the Clippers.
What are you saying, Justin? Clippers? Pistons or Clippers? Pistons?
I got Pistons because Norman Powell might be out for this game.
Fair enough. Magic Bulls. I'm gonna go with Magic. I think Magic.
I can't pick the Bulls.
I don't know what to make of the Magic right now, so I'm actually gonna go with the Bulls.
Hawks, Pacers. Pacers on the road.
Yeah, I got Indy.
Pacers. We already said Celtics over Sixers. Nets, Warriors.
Warriors.
Warriors to win in New York again.
The Nets should still be in New Jersey.
I mean, yeah, to be fair with you, but Brooklyn is in New York as well, I guess.
I know.
Pelicans, Rockets. I'm gonna go with Rockets to win. I don't see Pelicans doing anything this season.
I got the Rockets.
Lakers, Knicks.
That's
winning because do you know why the Knicks? The Knicks are going to. The Knicks are going to want to seek revenge against the Lakers after what the Lakers did to them in New York. I think the Lakers have won 3 or 4 games in a row in New York now, so I'm gonna go with the Knicks to win this one in Los Angeles.
This is a tough one because you go from playing the Warriors at home to playing at the Lakers. I got the Lakers because Tom Thibodeau's gonna run his team into the ground.
I'm going with the Lakers.
I don't like that formula going against Luka and LeBron.
Fair enough. I went for the Lakers as well, actually. So you're saying, Justin, you're saying New York winning Los Angeles. Lakers? Okay. Oh, we already said Cavs over Hornets. Dallas, Memphis. That's gonna be a good one.
Well, you skipped Utah, Toronto.
No, I haven't gone for that. We haven't started that one yet.
Oh, okay.
Utah Toronto's the next day.
No, Utah Toronto is Friday, March 7th.
No. It's on the next day for me.
Oh,
it's the day after Lakers Knicks.
For me, Jazz Raptors is March 7th. It's on ESPN. For me, it's listed as after Cavs Hornets, but whatever.
Yeah, it's after Cavs Hornets. Yeah. Memphis, Mavs, Memphis. What are you guys saying? I'm gonna go with Memphis to win. Actually, no. I'm gonna go with Dallas to win this one. I think Dallas might win this one. Dallas as well. Raptors, Jazz. I'm gonna go with Raptors home win. I think Raptors might.
Raptors.
Heat, Timberwolves. I'm going with a Heat home win.
I'm going with Minnesota.
I think Timberwolves are so inconsistent this year. You're saying Minnesota as well, Justin? OKC versus Portland. That's gonna be a good game. Might be. Do I want to go for the shock win or do I want to go for the Blade? Do I want to go for the OKC? Yeah, I'll go OKC, but just about. I don't think it'll be an easy game as you think. Nuggets, Suns. Oh, Denver away, bro. Suns, you are fucked. Real talk. You're dusted, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nuggets to win. Nah, Nuggets win this one. Trust me.
Yeah, that's a bad ESPN doubleheader on Friday. They got Grizzlies, Mavericks, and then Suns, Nuggets. That's a bad doubleheader, ESPN. Ugh.
You're saying OKC. You're saying OKC as well, Justin, and then you're gonna go for Denver or Suns. Okay, Kings Spurs. I'm gonna go with the Kings home win. Kings will win at home.
Yeah, I'll go with the Kings.
Kings as well, Justin. Okay, Clippers Knicks. Knicks are playing back to back against the Lakers and the Clippers. I'm gonna go with the Clippers to win this one. I think the Knicks. Actually, no. Sorry, I think the Knicks will win this one because I think they'll lose to the Lakers and then they'll beat the Knicks. Beat the Clippers. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'm going with the Knicks in this one.
The Knicks. Okay, cool. So you're going for the Knicks as well, Justin? Knicks. Okay, cool. Hornets Nets.
I guess the Nets.
The Nets are facing off each other. The Nets are facing off each other. The Hornets and then the Brooklyn Nets. I'm gonna go with the Brooklyn Nets to win this one.
I got Brooklyn.
What do you say, Unger?
I'll go with the Nets.
Rockets Pelicans. Rockets home win.
Rockets.
Hawks Pacers.
Pacers.
Raptors Wizards. Raptors. Heat Bulls. Heat.
That should be an interesting game.
I'm only saying Heat because Vucevic is out with injuries.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go with Chicago.
Bucks Magic.
Bucks
home win. Just about. And we went for Celtics over Lakers. Obviously, Celtics. Come on, do the job on Sunday morning for me. So.
Yeah, the reason why he's saying Sunday is because he's 12 hours ahead of us in the East.
Yeah, I'm 12 hours ahead of the Eastern Conference, so that's my bad. Warriors Pistons.
I got Pistons over Warriors.
Gonna be a good one to call. I'm gonna go with the Pistons home. I'm gonna go with the Pistons road win. Why not?
Warriors. It's so hard to beat them in Golden State.
Guys, are you ready to hear this matchup next?
Oh, yes.
OKC versus Denver.
This is going to be a good one.
This is going to be a good one.
It's in OKC.
Hey, it's a midnight game for me as well. Calm. This is a good one for me to watch.
Yeah, because it's a 1:00 Eastern start time for us.
I'm going to go with Denver on the road. Yes, you heard it here first. Denver.
I got Oklahoma City.
I think Pistons will beat the Warriors on the road. You're OKC, and then Unger, what about you?
I'll go with OKC.
Mavs Suns. I'm gonna go with Suns on the road. I think Suns are gonna want it more.
It depends. I got Dallas, to be honest.
It depends if Anthony. If he's back, then maybe the Mavericks can do something.
I'm only saying Mavs because I think Kyrie goes off.
Remember when this was a great rivalry? I do. It was so good. Because when the Mavericks came back to beat the Suns, and it was such a good rivalry, and now it's just meh. I guess I'll go with the Suns.
Yeah, I'll go with the Suns road win. Pelicans Grizzlies. I'm gonna go with the Pelicans shock win against the Grizzlies. Shock win.
So I got. I'm gonna disagree with you on this one, Kevin. I think Grizzlies.
Fair enough. I just think the Pelicans might have a shock win on the cards. I don't know what it is.
Well, the only way the Pelicans can go off is if Zion's playing, if CJ's playing, if Olenek is playing.
Actually, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go with Memphis. Actually, yeah, you're right. Sixers Jazz.
Jazz.
Sixers.
Yeah, I don't trust the Jazz enough. Sixers pull a win out of their ass.
We already predicted the Bucks and Cavs game, so we're gonna move on to the final 3 games: Timberwolves and Spurs.
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves and Spurs. I'm gonna go with Timberwolves. Yeah, Timberwolves home win. What are you guys saying?
Which one are we on?
Timberwolves and Spurs.
Timberwolves,
Oh.
Spurs.
I'd go with the Wolves.
Timberwolves and Spurs. I'm gonna go with Timberwolves. And you, Justin, you going for Timberwolves as well?
Okay.
Portland versus Detroit. Two good teams. Two really informed teams in the league right now. I'm gonna go with Portland home win. I think Portland might have something to prove.
Portland and Detroit.
Portland at home to Detroit.
I gotta go Pistons. I don't think Portland beats Pistons.
I'm gonna go with you. He'll be back.
Unger.
It's all good. Clippers Kings.
I got Clipper. No, I got Kings actually because I think DeMar DeRozan will go off against the Clippers.
I'm gonna go with the Clippers to win. I think Clippers will win this more because I think Clippers need to finish in a good position in the playoffs. I'm just waiting for Unger to come back and we'll.
All right.
There we go. So Pistons and Blazers.
Pistons on the road.
And then Clippers and who?
Clippers against Kings at home.
Kings.
Kings on the road.
Yeah.
And we'll just quickly predict. Unless you guys are not free next Monday, we'll do the Tuesday predictions as well if you guys want. So Hawks Sixers.
Hawks.
Yeah, I go with Hawks.
Celtics Jazz. Celtics.
Yeah, I'd probably go with the Celtics.
Celtics. Nets Lakers. Lakers easy win on the road.
When is this for? Tuesday, March 11th?
Yeah, for me Tuesday, March 11th. Yeah, because the game's happening on Tuesday, March 11th for me, but it's a Monday night for you guys. It's a Monday night for you guys.
Oh, okay.
We're just doing the in case we don't make next Monday's show. That's all.
Okay, so you're talking about the games on March 10th then. Okay.
Yeah, March 10th. Sorry.
Okay. I just wanted clarification on that one.
So good. So Celtics Jazz, we went for Celtics. Lakers over Nets, yeah.
Yep.
Heat Hornets.
Heat.
Raptors Wizards.
Raptors.
Bulls Pacers. Pacers on the road.
I gotta go with the Bulls.
Ferris.
They somehow pull a shock win off every now and then.
Rockets Magic. Rockets.
Yeah, Rockets.
Grizzlies Suns. I'm gonna go with Suns on the road. Suns shock win on the road.
Yeah, I'd go Grizzlies.
Another one. OKC Denver again.
Somehow this one is just on NBA TV, not ESPN or anything.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. They need to put it on. They need to put on ESPN pronto. Pronto. They need to put it on. Yeah, they need to put on ESPN or at least TNT pronto, whatever it is. I'm gonna go with OKC win this time.
Because I picked OKC last time, I'll go with Denver.
Justin, you going for OKC as well? And for Grizzlies Suns, you're gonna go with Suns, right? And Rockets Magic. Okay. What are the Pacers and the Bulls? You went for which one did you go for?
So I basically went Pacers because I can't pick Bulls.
Oh yeah, fair. Spurs Mavs.
I got the Mavs.
Mavs on the road.
Spurs, Mavs. Yeah, I would probably say Spurs. Or no, I'm sorry. Mavs on the road.
Warriors versus Blazers. Warriors at home.
I got the Warriors.
Warriors.
Last but not least, Kings against Knicks. I'm gonna go with Kings home win.
Kings.
Knicks.
Yeah, Kings.
But yeah, that's all we have for today. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Obviously, thank you guys for making your debuts on the channel, and I'd love to have you guys on for next week again. If you guys are free, same time as per usual.
Okay.
I think I should be, but I'll message you in the next couple of days.
Yeah, no worries. Unger, you should be okay as well for next Monday. Yeah.
I should be, yeah.
Okay, that's all good. So yeah, that's been the NBA Hoops Pod. Obviously, I've left Unger's linked in the title, so make sure you guys check his channel out. Obviously, he has a lot of Cavs content. If you guys are a Cavs fan or you guys want to watch NBA,
Yes, please go subscribe to this guy because even though he's a Cavs fan, he's one of the most respectful and
he's real one.
He's the realest Cavs fan that I've ever seen.
Yep. Ferris. And obviously, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Obviously, I'm 3 away from 150, so let's get there soon. I unfortunately fell short of the February goal by 6 subs, but let's get there anyways. 150 subs is the goal. So yeah, thank you guys for hopping on. It's been great talking NBA with you. Obviously, second show we've done since I've been on Unger's channel. Links are in the title. Like the video, subscribe. What do you guys have coming up? You guys got any shows coming up soon? You guys got any like streams? Unger, you want to shout anything out?
I don't have anything at the moment.
Okay, no worries. You have any streams upcoming? Like any shows you think you're gonna do soon?
I mean, I have my stream that I do every Tuesday with a friend of mine. It's called Championship Rings. That airs 6 p.m. Eastern. You can find that on my channel or the Championship Rings channel. I think it's Championship Rings 216 if you want to watch on that channel, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, I think that's it.
Nothing much really, yeah.
Huh?
Do you have anything else?
No.
Or that's fair enough. Like I said, people, make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe. The link is in the quote tweet. Just click the link in the quote tweet. Subscribe. 3 away from 150. 23 of you watching can easily get there and subscribe. But yeah, that's it for today. We're gonna wrap it up here. Like and subscribe. Go Celtics. See you. Peace.